Is on.
Okay, everyone, welcome back. If you're just joining us right now, Favor, they can see my screen, right?
Yes, Ephraim, you could see your screen.
Okay. So if you're just joining us right now, please understand that the previous class that we had is going to be in the same playlist, and this is just a continuation from the other class. And that happened because while we were streaming, at exactly 1 hour, our streaming went offline, went off, just stopped abruptly. We still don't know the reason for that. So if you're just joining us in this video, please, it's advisable to check the previous one because we're just taking off exactly from where we stopped last. And in the last class, or in the last, or before it was terminated, okay, before it was terminated, what we were trying to achieve was this. We're in a loop. We were in a loop running through the URLs, and then we, getting responses from them, and we're checking if there was any error for any time that we tried to ping any of these URLs. So we're here exactly, and from this point we say return, we say defer dot body dot close. Okay, there is content here IOUTL from the OS package. We say read all everybody. Okay, we now have if there is not equals to nil. Okay, okay. Empty then print f. Say failed to read response. Where did it be like that? From S. Yeah, from S. And we say this. What is the second parameter? So sorry. So right to the first parameter is the URL. And the second parameter is gonna be the error. That's the error message right there. So at the end of this, we return. Okay. And then right after this, the title equals the get title function string, and add string, content into a string. So let's check this out right here. So string is a set of all string, but not representing a string may be empty but not null. Values of strings are immutable. Okay. So we get this title, this function, get title. Whatever it returns, remember, is a string. So exactly, so content, you say fmt line with a ti title. It's a result, fmt that's printf. We're gonna say s, say s line URL, say title, okay, say error, what's the right file, sorry, just once, so file name and the result. Okay, so we're writing the result to the file name, to that particular file. Okay, so if error in the point is equals to nil, let's say fmt dot f failed to write file. Okay, that will be here, and that is the error right there. So this now here takes in the URL. Okay, and right after this, say go from All these things are things you have to do as long as you're doing, as long as this is concurrent goals. So these are things that we have to do. The weight groups, the channels, all of those we have to do every one of them. All right. So it's a weight group. Okay. Good. Okay. And then, okay. Oh, I just saw something funny. I'm gonna just wait. This message. What's the range? See? Headline. It's a message. Okay. So if you notice right now, we have a bunch of reds, and that's because by mistake we deleted the clothing tag for funk name. So right here, we add it, and that looks all right. Okay. So I hear it still deprecated, and so let's check something. That doesn't work. That works sometimes. Doesn't work sometimes. It's not provided by package IO or package OS. So it's saying that whatever we're using from IUTL should already be in OS. But the problem now is IUTL still says red whenever we get it. So let's bring that back in. Still shouldn't give us any problem with what we are about to do. Okay, so now this is our code. We've created the ping. We created the ping function right here. We said all that it's gonna do. Same thing with get title. Get title of every site that we ping, and then we write to file. And then the name is just an execution of every of those functions we created from this bunch of URLs. Okay, so let's check if that works. We're going to say go run and look at that. Okay, okay, all right, great. So now you've noticed that alongside everything that is happening right now in the that happened in the terminal, we have a new file created right here. And Favor, do you like how that looks?
Yes, Ephraim, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. So for every time we run the program, if we run it again, it's going to create a new file. Let's see if we can follow it up. See that? Right. Great. So if you notice, this file is different from this other one. You check here, it starts with webcode.me. You check this other one, it starts with chats. So that's the power of concurrency. Anyone that pings first, it returns. It returns it till it's complete everything it has to do. For those that don't have any title, this is what you get. You get this. You get this. Many times, when people build a website in order not it's a form of security actually. Some people do it. They format their headers differently. So many times you will come across things like no title, but they do is just because the format in which we try to scrape it from is not the same format those URLs, those websites are using. Okay, great. So we have that. And what we're going to do at this point is simple. Oh, man, very messy right now. Again. So now we are done with this program. Congratulations if we got to this point. I got to say, I mean, it's not been easy sticking along all this time, just so that we could get this done. So if you're at this point right now, we're gonna now say get status and and we have all of that. Okay, all of that. So I mean, probably we don't need this, so you can delete this. This does not need to follow us there. And delete that. So you can check git status again. And we see that main.go, it's not good. So we see git, we say git add all. We say git commit, say git commit. we say program running. We say git push. We do look at that. We say git push dash u. Hope I'm correct. I do get this message up sometimes. Oh, look at that. Oh, that works. Many times it's going to give you an error because you don't say origin main. So if we check now, if I check my GitHub, and I check, I go here, repositories, and there is scriptbot just sitting there. Okay, great. So we see program running. Okay, so we have that. And anybody now can see what you've been working on, what you worked on, and it's beautiful. Now you're getting something that you can show us, okay, I know how to do this using Golang. I did this using Golang. Okay. All right. So the next thing we're gonna work on right now is testing. Testing. We've done a whole bunch right now. We're gonna work on testing. We're gonna try and test this program that we just built right now. Okay. So how do we test in Golang? Okay. Now if it's by convention. Okay, so I'm just gonna take you guys here. Let's see, go to dev. Very simple example of oh, I don't know why I keep forgetting this every time. It should be in documentation. All right. Should it be here? Okay. Yeah. So one of the best ways to get started with testing is this example that Go has. I think should be somewhere around here. Let's check this out. Always advise check out the documentation as much as you can. It gives you better insights. Helps you. So as a convention, it says it creates a file name called greetings underscore dot dot go. Now the file is greetings. So as convention, you add underscore test dot go. So for us, let's get started. Our main file is main.go. So I'm going to say main underscore test go. Okay. So we're gonna test the most important part of this program, and that will be it. So I feel like in this whole program we can ping. Ping is not so crucial. The get title. The get title is probably it. Okay. So I feel like we should test the get title. Okay, then once we test that, I feel like we are good to go. Okay. If you need any other help, trying to write tests for different things, please join the Telegram group. First of all, if you're part of the Edustipend cohort, join the Telegram group and ask all the questions, or you can just ask, any question you have in the comment section below. All right. All right. So let's do this. So now we have this file created here. So how do we get started? Package, resilient package main, resilient package main, and we say import. I don't like to import. Let's get title. We're gonna figure everything out. We're gonna import everything in names, obviously. Is that intelligent? I mean, that's why I'm programming in Go. So we just take in this bunch of parameters, and yeah, this. the controllers, and it imports testing package, which is all you need. So when testing, you have what is expected and the result you get. Okay, what does the program expect and what did it get? And that is what now determines the error. So the first case right here, we're going to check if it's a valid HTML content, sorry, the valid HTML content with a title tag. So let's say content one. Would you like testing?
Yeah,
I'm not,
testing is very important in programming so you can be sure your code works well. So yeah, testing is good. Although sometimes it doesn't look so fun to do, but it's very necessary.
it's not fun at all today. It's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
fun.
But
Trust me.
it's
It's no
important,
fun.
it's very important. So let's go on. Let's ride on.
Okay, so I'm gonna look like this. HTML, have that, and the next thing we have, we just it gets messy in this point in time, especially when you're trying to like the key. What's wrong with my hand today? Okay. So the next thing is gonna be head. Okay, I'm gonna close that. So everything how we expected is what we are returning right now. So let's see right head, and we have the title. And the title, and right within that, we're gonna say example title, and we're now gonna say also. I mean, we're mimicking how every web page is gonna look like. All right. So you have all of these. You have the head right after the head. Next thing you're gonna have right here is the body. Okay. Okay. We nail that. Then inside of there, we're gonna have the p tag. We're gonna say example. Paragraph. Okay. So we got that one. And we're now gonna say expected. Simple. So this is where you went to. This is what you pinged. The program pinged this, and you expect this. Okay. So it's a result. Get title content. One. Okay. If result one equals to expected one. Okay. We now say if ping has an error. If and it says X case one failed. Expected. Print some single quotes right there. Expected these. I got this inside. And what are the variables that need to be in there? The first S is expected, and the next one is result one. All right, so that makes much sense. Okay, so now this is a valid one with a title tag. How about if it doesn't have a title tag? Okay, how about if it hasn't have a title tag? We test for different cases. So the first case is the one without is a valid HTML content with a title tag. Okay. The next case is a HTML content without a title tag. Where's the content? Without a title tag. Okay. So what we just simply do is what I like to do is copy this, Control C, Control V. This is content 2, and this does not have a title tag. So right after the head, the title. Okay. Okay. We take that out. Oh, okay. Let me close the title here and we close the title. Okay, there it is. I'm looking for it. Okay. So, okay. 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 That works. And we say expected true. No. The result true. The title. Right. Content true. If result true, it's not equal to expected. Expected true. Let's see. It don't arrive. Okay. That's the second case. The third case is if it's an empty string. I mean, it pings and it's an empty string. We can do it. I mean, copy this, paste it here, and it's an empty string, okay? But it's nothing in there. There's no title. So this is content 3. Expected expectation. The result is going to be 3. Okay. Okay. We're also going to see that if this case phase 3 failed, expected this, but got if we expected this. So let's check this out. Let's check what happens when this runs. How do we run go test? So let's look at this. We have all of that. Yeah. And we run it by saying this. Go test. So we come here, we say go, and it's testing, and it says it's okay, that everything passes. So what happens if it does not pass? Let's say, for example, over here, we just tweak this a bit. We take away T, we run this, this failed. Test case 1 failed, expected example title, but got this example trial. Favor, how is that for a test?
I think that shows exactly what we should expect when we run that program. So, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, okay. So I'm
So,
thinking, yes?
yeah, so go on, go on.
Okay. Okay, so at this point in time now, you've built your program, or we've built the program, you've built the program, and it runs just fine. And now, because you need to be sure that everything you did in your program is working as it should, you've written a test for it, and you've talked about different scenarios that your program should not fail in, and you've created tests for them. So we've created 3 case scenarios, and we've checked them out, and so far it has passed. So I'm glad to say if we got to this point, it's awesome. And once again, what we're just going to do is let's do this. And you see that? So say get at all, say get commit, okay, and let me say push, git push origin. All right. So favor, I think we're done here. I think we're done. So if you have any issues at all, remember the comment section, you ask all your questions in the comment section, or if you're part of the cohort, you ask all the questions in a Telegram group. Okay. So I think that is it for today's class, and we'll see you some other time. Favor, you have anything to say?
Okay, so thank you, Ephraim. That has been a very, very wonderful journey. We went all the way from the packages to the imports to the functions, and now we have a functioning scraper, a web scraper that we could use to scrape titles of web pages. So you see, one thing about programming is that once you could try to apply it in the smallest way, it's become so fun. You could see the actual use of what you've built. So
Yeah,
I'm really
yeah,
glad for this class frame. Thanks a lot.
yeah, it's all good. It's all
A
good.
brief recap of Go. For those who were not in our first classes, we have the recordings on our group chats. Can you see my screen frame?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It just came up. It just came up right now.
Okay, so before we end this class, I want to go over Go, what exactly Go is, and why we chose to use Go for this program. Okay, so let's begin. Go it's a very nice language. It's used by companies like Google, like Uber, and if you're looking to make developments in cloud computing, Go it's your go-to language to use. Yeah, so Go it's awesome, and even if you're just starting out your journey as a programmer, you've not had any experience with any program before, you could choose to start with Go, and yeah, it has a good syntax that you could learn. Also, like I said, Go has a very, very great documentation and a growing community. It might not be as large as other programming languages because it's relatively new. Yeah, it's a couple years ago. Like Go, Go was created by Google in 2007 or thereabout. So you could say it's still new to the programming community. Like Ephraim said in our class today, one selling point of Go is its concurrency, and the life, the channeling, the Go routines that makes Go very, very efficient, and you could handle lots of requests at the same time. So Go is a very good language, and also you have performance. Go is very good in performance, like it compiles very fast compared to other languages, and it has this garbage collector that can manage memory automatically. So you don't have to focus about memory management. You can just focus on writing clean code when working with Go. Also, Go has a standard library which is useful for handling JSON. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. You could use it for passing XML and working with HTTP. So when working with Go, you don't have to install so many third-party functions to use these libraries. And like I said, Go has an excellent documentation. You could always check that out as a reference. So moving on, we have so that's it for now. In our next class, we'll have that on Friday. If you're on the group chat, we'll keep you updated. And I want to say thank you for being part of this class. It's been awesome. It's been so awesome. If you have any last thing to say before we end today's class and prepare for the next class.
Practice, practice, build, 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 and you'll surely like you'll get them. Every language just needs you to keep practicing and keep needs you just need to keep building. And this is nobody got here overnight. Nobody. So it's I mean, it's all good. See you in the next class. And I hope it's going to be more exciting and it's going to be more challenging than this. I have something next for you guys. So it might be a bit challenging, but trust me, that's where the fun lies. Okay?
Okay, and Ephraim, could you share a link to the code in your GitHub so they could use as reference?
Sure. Sure. I'm able to do that. I will share it in the class and maybe I could send it to you right away so you could drop it in the comment section or in the description. I don't know. What do you say?
Yes, yes, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. So thank you all. This class, like I said, is on YouTube. You could go back to it anytime. And this is a project that is in partnership with Edustipend. You could go to edustipend.org to learn more about Edustipend. And I'm a Kimberly Samuel. I'm an Edustipend ambassador. And this class, this training on Go is part of my impact project as an Edustipend ambassador. Thank you for joining in with me in our next class. Bye for now.